So hello and welcome to this week's Soul Wisdom Akashic Show, where joining me live, Natasha Harris, here either on my Facebook group, on YouTube, or in my Facebook page. So welcome everybody. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Natasha Harris. I support conscious business owners to really supporting them to take and step into their next level of business and leadership and having a bigger impact around the world through the work that they do. So Facebook, I think, has been having a few issues. So fingers crossed this goes live and this is all working okay. But welcome to those of you that are new to me, that are finding me on different channels going live. If you're watching the replay anywhere, please do type #replay. Do ask questions, do post in the comments, and do let me know your thoughts about any of the topics that we're talking about, which today is all about creating balance in your business. Now, this is such an important element to talk about. It's something that very few business owners are able to do successfully, continuously, and constructively. So what do I mean by balance? So that is something that is really interesting in itself, because balance is something that is unique to us, and it's about really knowing what your balance is. So we have all different types of polarities. You know, we can go from like the beautiful perfect balance to chaos and absolute overwhelm. I'll talk about those two things in a minute. But what's our balance in the middle? What's our, gung-ho, going for it, and everything's going well? And what's our balance in the middle of everything to create that kind of ease, flow, and joy in your business? Because it is so important that we work around this balance element, and your balance will shift. So from one week to the next, from 1 month to the next, your balance, and depending on how you're feeling, what's going on, what activities you've got, what you're launching, what you're promoting, what you're supporting your clients with. Perhaps you're launching a new program, perhaps you're doing a new one-to-one thing, perhaps you're doing some marketing in the background. It will depend on what you're doing and how you create your balance. So this is something that you want to be looking at and tweaking from time to time, depending on what's going on for you in your personal life and what's going on in your business. So remembering that everything that's going on in your life, in your personal life, around your health and well-being and your relationships, outside of your workspace, outside of your business, is going to be directly impacting everything within your business too. So it's really important that you look at all of those factors in what you want to do and how you want to create balance in your business, and remembering that it is a moving target and a moving element within your business. And so it's always about how you can step a little bit closer towards that balance depending on what's going on. That might mean you might need to let go of some things, you might need to do less. We are so conditioned to doing more, creating more, doing more, going faster, answering everything quicker, being in this space of rapid evolution and expansion and success, that we forget that actually that more success comes to us more quickly as we create more balance in our experience and in our business. So what do I mean by chaos then? So chaos is a really interesting thing, because chaos can show up in lots of different ways. When we have chaos and when we are doing chaos, when we're contributing chaos to chaos, when we are experiencing chaos all around us, your results will start to become a little bit chaotic in your business. So have you ever noticed that when you are working away, when you're doing things in your business, that sometimes you'll get some great results? You'll be thinking, oh, this is really easy and this is flowing, and this, getting a steady stream of inquiries, getting a steady stream of people signing up, getting a steady stream of this, people are coming to me, people are asking questions, I'm getting a steady stream of people who want to come and interview me. Like, you'll have experienced that. And that's the kind of thing that we want to. It's like steady. It's not chaotic. It's not fast. It's not crazy. It's not, foot down to the ground and keeping going in that sense. So it's like when we start to get that chaos ensuing around us, our results start to get chaotic. You cannot create that beautiful momentum and steady stream when everything around you and how you're showing up in your business is in chaos. Now, I hope that makes sense, because it's logical, right? So if we're doing chaos and overwhelm and drama and all of these sorts of things, and everything's a nightmare, everything's like exhausting, everything's tiring. How does that create a steady stream of results in our business? So we have to start looking at what you're doing in your business. So chaotic action creates chaotic results. So if you're receiving chaotic results, have a look at what you're doing that's contributing in a chaotic way. You don't have to do things in that way. That's the way we've been conditioned to do things, but we don't have to show up in business in that way. And as I have learned, really learned the hard way, that I want to share with you today, is that we can do things in a very, very different way. So what does chaos really look like in your life right now? So take a moment, either pause this video, come back to it, think about it later, write this down and come back to it tonight in a quiet moment of reflection. Where is there chaos in your life right now? Where are you doing chaos? Now, that can be a very different question, because chaos is something that seems to be going on around us, and we can either partake in it and contribute to it, or we can step back and go, I'm going to just let them get on with their chaos around there, and I'm not going to get involved in it. But so where is there chaos around you, and where are you doing chaos? Where are you contributing to that chaos? Now, chaos shows up in lots of different ways. It shows up in drama. Now, lots of people like to do drama around us. I don't know if that's something you experience. It's something that I experience less and less and less in my life as I step away from doing drama myself. So drama is where people need you, something goes on in someone else's life, your best friend, you know, how their relationship blows up and they need you, and you have to drop everything and you have to go and like be in that drama with them. Or your partner is in a lot of drama in their experience, and you're in it with them, and you cannot serve them best from being in it with them. It's about how you step out of that and serve them by doing what you do best, and creating that balance for yourself and serving them from that place. Kids do drama really well, especially when we're going through expansion and growth, because they think that something's really energetically changing. So kids can really pick up on that really, really quickly. They'll suddenly, like when you're onto a big launch and you're about to expand your business to the next level, you're about to expand the number of clients that you can serve and you can reach. Kids will act out. They'll feel that. They'll be like, oh my gosh, mom or dad is going through a real expansion phase. I don't know what that means. That's really scary. So they might get ill. They might start kicking up. They might start causing, like going, I need some attention. Like take your attention away from your business and give it to them. So that's how we can contribute and do drama and do chaos in ourselves. So we've all kind of like experience that, but how do you want to do that differently? So noticing when other people do drama, that you kind of want to get sucked in and try to fix it and be there for them, and that means that you take your foot off, not off the gas, but you take your eye off the ball in what you're doing in your business, and you step away from that balance and creating that balance of results and that steady stream of results. Overwhelm is another thing of how chaos can show up. So we all do it. Like I do that as well. It's like overwhelm in like terms of like, oh my gosh, all this is going crazy. Like don't quite know how to take a breath, and we speed up and we think, and overwhelm creates more overwhelm, because what we do is we get overwhelmed. We go, I have to do things quicker. I have to do things harder. I have to do things with more energy. And so we create more overwhelm. So it's like noticing the overwhelm and stepping back and saying, okay, this is a bit overwhelming. What do I need to do differently? And I'm going to give you a couple of tips on how to shift all of these things around. The other way that chaos can come up is in this idea of I'm too busy. So I'm too busy, like I'm so busy, I'm overwhelmed, I'm so busy in doing this. Like everything is busy. The kids are busy, the family's busy, you know, I have to do all these things that would create busy. That is also contributing to chaos. So how you can step out of that. I no longer use the word busy in my life. I do what I love, and I'm putting my energy and my vitality into it, and I'm creating something from a space of love, not from a place of busy. And that is something that I've learned to really shift around. So lots of people will ask you, oh, are you really busy at the moment? We'll go, oh yes, really, really busy. Don't contribute to that. Shift that language around, shift that way to do things differently. So this is how all different ways or just a few of the ways that chaos can show up into your life. So just let me know in the comments, like, which one of these show up for you the most often? Which one do you get sucked into the easiest? Really start to notice that. So start to take a little bit of time of noticing where there is chaos in your life and where you're contributing to it. So the second thing is that we don't have to do that. We don't have to contribute to that. We've become very good at stroking ourselves and going, oh, we're doing a good job if we're busy, if we're overwhelmed, if we're working really hard. That's the thing that we've been conditioned. We're doing this course, we're doing that course, we're adding to this, we're doing, like, we get lots of distractions is another way that chaos. It's like, oh, I've got to just do a bit of this, and I've got to do a bit of this, and I've got to do a bit of that. These distractions that get us sucked in as well is another way that these things can really show up as chaos. So where are you doing that? Where are you showing up with that? And then what do you don't have to do that. That is a choice that you're making in your business to run your business for all your life, or both, from this space of chaos and creating an overwhelm and this sense of busy and doing too much. It gives us a sense of achievement that if we're busy, we're doing something. And that's a very masculine energy that we're showing up with. So we want to do our business more from the divine feminine, more from the sense of being guided by what we want to do, and then taking action, which is the more masculine, but allowing yourself to really intuit. This is what creates more balance. It's like using this intuitive, beautiful, feminine intuition that we have access to, and men have it as well. It's like, what do we want to do less of? What do we want to let go of? Where are we doing this, and what do we want to do differently? And how that supports you in creating more balance. So remembering that this can be in your life and your business. You need to start looking at where you're doing it, not only in your business, but in other areas of your life too, because nothing is separate. So your business is not separate from your life. Your life is not separate from your business. If you're doing chaos and drama in your business, if you're doing chaos and drama in your life, it will seep into your business for sure. Absolutely, for certain. So do make sure that you look at all areas of that and really recognizing, what is it that you can let go of? What do you need to tweak and course correct? This is something that I work with my clients a lot around. What do you need to tweak and course correct and do slightly differently to bring in more of a sense of balance? And that is by listening to your intuition, that feminine part. What are you guided to let go of? Because the masculine, the energy of like wanting to do more, be more, like create more, is all from the masculine. It's like piling in and adding to it. So take a breath, step back, take a moment, and just really assess, where are you doing all of this chaos, and where can you do it differently? Where can you let go? What can you let go of? And that can feel scary if you're used to doing lots of things and you are so ingrained in doing more. But this is not where we create the balance from. So you need to and want to start looking at what you can let go of, what you can start tweaking to create and bring in a sense of balance, and what you can course correct on. So if you're doing chaos, you are heading for more and more chaos. So come back to really letting yourself tap into that intuitive part of, what does balance look and feel like for you? Take some time to really understand what that looks for you right now. And as I said at the beginning, that will shift and change for you as time goes on, and depending on what's going on in your business, what you're launching, what you're doing, and what's going on in your life as well. So, always coming back to, what does that balance look like? And then what you can do then from there is like, what can you simplify? Like, what can you let go of, tweak and course correct, but then also what can you simplify? Often we do overcomplicate things. This is a great way to create chaos. Everything has to feel complicated. It needs 100 steps. We need to do things, but actually, we can do things in half the steps that we need to take very often. That comes from research, getting stuck in research, getting stuck in doing things that are really overcomplicated. So taking a step back and looking at your systems, looking at what you're doing, what you're launching, how you work with your clients, And what can you do to make it simpler? So that frees up time, that creates more balance of where your energy is going towards, trying to work things out and just allowing things to flow and to be easy and graceful. And so where that creates more freedom for yourself. So one thing that I learned very early on in my business, which was an absolute godsend as a recovering perfectionist, for those perfectionists out there, is that 8 out of 10 is my new perfect. And this is something that I live by day to day. So whatever I do, I look at it, I simplify it. I was like, how can I get from A to B in the simplest route possible? Now, I might have to take, if I'm learning something new or new system or a new way of doing things, or I'm launching something very new, I might take a little bit of a deviation away from that. But my question is always, how do I come back to simplicity? How do I bring that back to simple to create more balance for myself? And how do I create something that is 8 out of 10, that's almost perfect, that's getting me there, but is good enough to get out there? So when you're writing blogs, when you're writing a piece of content, you will always edit. So a course or something that you launch is never done. You will be tweaking it as you develop, as you grow, as you expand, and as your business grows and expands with you. So I have a number of courses that are from my earlier days. Now, I still offer those out, but there are certain things that I've tweaked around the language, or I might re-record a video or two within that course. So there's always something that you will want to expand on as time goes on. And that's, again, like, how do you do that in the simplest way? So it's not always about rewriting an entire program. It's like allowing yourself to see what's the simplest route to just upgrade it a little bit to resonate more to where you are right now in your business. So set yourself smaller and more manageable goals. Build yourself for success. So one thing I was like, I have a very long to-do list with everything that I want to do in my business, but then I have sub to-do lists, which are things that I want to get done this week or today. And sometimes if I'm really busy, I'll look at that to-do list and go, well, actually, you know what? I know that I can do 1 or 2 of those things quite easily. And the rest, if they fall over till tomorrow, that's okay. That's not, but I'd like to get 1 or 2 things. So I'm always gearing myself up to success. So when I get to the end of the day, I'm like, oh yeah, I did those 2 things. Great. I had a successful day. I got everything done that I needed to, rather than looking at my massive to-do list and going, oh my gosh, there's still 100 things on, 10 more things have come off, and I've only crossed 2 off at the top of the list. And then that gives you that perception of like, well, this is never manageable. I can never get off on top of this. This contributes to my overwhelm. So creating smaller, more manageable goals is really supporting you to simplify things and create more balance, because you are literally setting yourself up for success and not setting yourself up for failure. So build for success. Don't build for failure. That's really, really important. And then how can you have more fun in your business? This is really about it, really what it is. When we have more fun, we feel more free, we feel more abundant, we feel more in balance. So for me, when I'm in balance, I feel abundant. And then the balance and the abundance starts to show and reflect back to me in my business through my results, through the inquiries that I get, through the people that come and talk to me, the aligned clients, the clients who really are aligned to where, what I do and how I work. And so everything is reflected in your results. So if you want to create different results in your business, if you want to feel like things are coming to you in a more easy, flowing and balanced way that gives you more freedom and abundance in your life, then have a look at where you're doing chaos and where you're actually contributing to that energy rather than to the energy that you want to create in your business. Start doing that. Start taking action that aligns to the balance, that aligns to the ease, the flow, the freedom, the abundance part. Start recognizing everywhere that you are in imbalance in your life and acknowledging it to do more of it. So I'm hoping that makes sense. And when you're doing things in your business that you don't particularly want to do, don't sit there with your head in your hand and go, I have to do this. This is a nightmare. I really don't want to do this. This is a struggle. I hate this. Like, think about it and go, okay, well, I don't really want to do this. I know that as my business grows, I won't be doing this forever. shift your energy, dance, create some light-hearted like movement, and shift your energy around that, and just create some fun around it, and know that that is supporting you towards creating more balance that you're already experiencing now in that moment as you do it, and approach it with a very, very different energy. So that was everything that I wanted to share with you. I can see a couple of people watching. Let me know if you've got any questions. Let me know if you've got any comments. Let me know where you're doing chaos in your life. I'd love to know, how can I support you with that? If you really feel that you'd like to reach out and that you'd like some support around how to grow your business for more impact and more abundance, then please do reach out. There are a couple of links in the post. So how you can find out what your soul power is and your soul gift, so you can actually take action that's aligned more to you, that creates more balance and harmony in your business. There is, reach out and we can have a consultation, we can have a chat, head over to my website. But also the other thing that is really, really exciting is that I am running my 5-day Activate Your Money Abundance Journey again, which starts on Monday, the 17th of May, runs for 5 days, 10 a.m. UK time every day. And this is where you really get to step into the Akashic records, activate within your own Akashic records, activate the abundance within, let go of some of the crap and the shit that's holding you back from stepping into that abundance, and allowing yourself to really see the money to flow. Now, I've run this 5-day journey several times. The results that people get are phenomenal, and how they shift around their money piece, how they step into and see things differently. Every time I run this, I get new information from the Akashic record. So even if you've done this before, please do register. The link is in the post and in the comments. Please do register and come and join me for that 5-day recording. If you register and you can't join live every day, you'll get the recordings. I can promise you that you will activate something within you over those 5 days with absolute certainty. It happens time and time again. I activate something within myself too. So please come and join me there. If you've got any questions, please tag me. Please send me a comment. I'd love to answer them. And thank you for those that have been watching today. And I'll see you again next week. Same time, same place, 4 p.m. for the next week's Soul Wisdom Akashic Show. Bye for now.